I said, if these kids can't read, then I'm not going to promote them. All this, mom, dad, I'm looking you in your face and say this kid can't read. We let them down. School, parents, we let them down, but I'm not going to take them to the next grade knowing that they're not at grade level. It's funny because I'm always like, okay, how are schools successful? Well, schools are successful when they demand greatness. Greatness doesn't come. We're about to make history. We're about to learn. We're about to grow. We're about to make history. And then, mark my words, it's going to be other school districts, other places around it that's going to be doing this thing. We're going to be the first model. And I'm speaking that into existence, okay? If you can really take the map and drive the instructor inside the classroom and link it to the M step, then everything will move. You see it?
Ladies, third grade teachers, could you tell me, how do you think this professional development was for you today?
PD. It was productive. It was exciting.
We will never leave Mr. Hurt's advising.
Because the schools that I've worked with, the teachers I've worked with, their scores just go through the roof because what I do is I talk about practical stuff that's practical. Because I'm a former teacher and also I'm a principal, so I'm gonna be telling you guys things that I know will work in your classroom.
For booking, please visit shurtschoolturnaroundspecialist.com.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. This is Sean Hurt with your Saturday morning podcast, and I am going live from New York. I'm down in New York. I'm next door to the Apollo Theater. I just got finished at the OSG Transformational Conference, and I am in New York in my hotel, but I am pumped up. I'm excited. So come on in and hit that share button and let me know where you're coming from. Give me about 2 minutes as I get all of my LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook and YouTube people in. All right. And let me know where I come from. I'm fired up. I'm pumped up. I cannot wait till we talk about it. 7 ways. We got the 7 ways to make sure that we are not running out of gas. So give me a few minutes. I'm in New York. It's funny because New York, they say that's the place where people don't sleep. I understand it. I really do. It was just fun being around so many educators. I'm going to talk about it. I've been on fire for the last 3 days. 3 days. So I'm going to talk about it. I'm kind of at a whisper because I'm in my hotel room. I don't want to wake folks up, but it'll be all right. It's all good. So come on and hit that share button. Let me know where you're coming from. Let me turn this down. Come on and hit that share button. Let me know where you're coming from. Uh-oh. A lot of things, my pop-ups. So let me turn down my volume over here. All right. Yep. Let me just give me 1 second. I got like all these computers going on. Give me 1 second. All right. Good morning, Miss Stacy Joy. Good morning, Miss Stacy Joy in the house. Thank you for turning real purposeful. Good morning to you. Good morning, Rashard Davis. Good morning from Las Vegas. I know it's a 3-hour time difference. I appreciate you waking up. Good morning, Miss Melissa Jones-Chunu. Good morning. Good morning, Miss Finn. Good morning, Miss Finn from New York. Hey, I'm in New York. I'm in New York. Well, I'm going to talk about my experience at New York. In New York, good morning, Miss September. Good morning, Miss Harris. Good morning, Miss Smith. Miss Harris from Cali. Thank you for tuning in. Good morning, Miss Truesdale from Atlanta. I was just in Atlanta the other day. So go ahead and give me a few more seconds. I get some as we get some more people in, because a lot of people say, Hurt, I want to come in, but it's hard to find you. I'm gonna let you know where I'm at. So come on in. Once again, we're gonna hit that share button. All right, share this feed, share it out. We need educators on here. We're talking about making sure that teachers do not run out of gas. We don't want nobody running out of gas on this one. We don't want no teachers running out of gas. This is something that's going to be special. I got to get it out. I got to get this thing out to the people. All right. I think that we're all set. Give me one more second and we're about to go ahead and just jump in it. Make sure I got everybody ready to go. All right, come on in. All my people. All right. Give me about 30 more seconds. We're going to go ahead and get started. Principal Gafele, good morning to you. Good brother, good morning to you. Good morning to you. People was talking about you at this conference. They said they was just talking about Principal Gafele. They love, everywhere I go, they love you. So it's good. You my mentor. I always brag about you and the work that you're doing, So I just want to say thank you, Principal Gafele. Thank you. You have been proud of us. It was so many people that you've birthed in education that was here just speaking your words. So we all want to say thank you. Good morning, Miss Haley Couch. Good morning, Dr. Jeter. Good morning to you. Blessings to you. Good morning to you. All right, let's go ahead and jump in it. So once again, my name is Sean Hurt, School Turnaround Principal, and I'm here with my Saturday morning podcast, and I am fired up. 7 ways to make sure that you do not run out of gas in the middle of the year. And we call ourselves the Fantastic Four. Is myself, is Create and Educate at 10:30, Principal Gafele at 11, is Josh Tarver Sunday at 7 o'clock. And we've been doing this. I know that my colleagues, they know how many years and episodes. I think it's about 200 plus. So, so this is what we do, and we just love the work that we do. So I'm excited. This topic is going to be a very, very important topic. Good morning, Miss Cherry from Tennessee. Good morning to you. It's going to be very important. This is what I need you to do. If you are a principal, a teacher, you need to be on this because we got about 2 more months, and usually this is the time. It's starting to get hot. People are starting to get tired, and people are starting to throw in the towel. They starting to throw. Look, this is the towel. They throwing in the towel. You probably can't see it because they throwing in the towel. We don't want anybody throwing in the towel. We don't want no one throwing in the towel. That's why I'm going to give you this information to stop from your teachers getting frustrated, getting mad, throwing in the towel. But before I get started, I want to go over some of my things to ponder. And what I usually do, let me get my notes, is that I want to talk about this one thing. I always talk about this. What is the one thing? What is the one thing that is keeping you up at night? And I want you to put it in the chat. Please put it in the chat. Ms. Roz Gaskins, you all right. Burnout is real. That's why I'm talking about it. And good morning to you, Ms. Roz Gaskins. Good morning to you. I always think about you. Give love to you and your family. But what is the things that is keeping you up at night? That's the question I asked yesterday during my PD, and many of those principals was like, Hurt. Thing that's keeping me up at night is teacher burnout. Kids not listening. Me having too much on my plate as a principal. Me having to deal with central office and on all of those politics. What are the things that is keeping you up at night? For me, these are 2 things that's keeping me up at night. One thing is that I am so passionate. I want more inner city and rural schools to become blue ribbon model schools. I want more schools in the United States to become national blue ribbon school. I firmly believe in my heart that we can have more schools to be national blue ribbon schools that represent Black and Latino kids from the inner city. That is keeping me up at night. I want that. I want to work with schools to move them to that area, because when you get a taste of that, when you can say I'm a nationally blue ribbon school, do you know it changes the outlook of all 800 of those kids, those staff members in your building, the community, the district. Everybody is changed. Everybody is transformed when you are able to say we have 800 middle school kids leaving out of here as some of the top kids in the nation. That's what's keeping me up at night. The other thing that's keeping me up at night are do school leaders, do principals really believe that they can do it? Do principals or school leaders, do you really, I'm talking about really believe, I'm not talking about saying it, but do you believe that you can really make change at your school? I know we go to work every day, we're doing 100, but do you really believe in your heart that you can really transform that school no matter what? Those are the things that is keeping me up at night. Somebody said, is Blue Ribbon School the same as Reward School? No, it isn't. So Blue Ribbon School is a national award given nationally. So each state has a particular number that they can give. Last week I talked about it. California, I believe, have 35 Blue Ribbon distinguished things that they can give. New Jersey, I'm sorry, they have, I think their number is 15. Michigan is 13. So that's a national recognition. Reward School is something at a state level. So for Michigan, if you have an A on a report card grade, you will become a reward school. So there's two different things, but pretty much they're both saying that you have a high achievement school. That's what it's saying. You're a high achievement school. And when you make that, and you give that out to the community, when you stand in front of the board meeting and you got 10,000 people, 20,000 people watching that board meeting, and you can say that we are a reward school, we are a national Blue Ribbon school, that is called the game changer. Put it in the chat. That is called a game changer. Good morning to you, Mr. Counts. That is called a game changer. And listen, this is why I'm doing. This is why, and the reason why we can become a reward school and a Blue Ribbon school is because of things like this. How to stop your teachers from running out of gas and throwing in the towel. Because if the teachers are throwing in the towel, if they're tired, then you won't be able to teach the kids. And kids are going to be fighting, running in the hallways, wilding out. So let's give some strategies to principals, to teachers. So on Monday at your staff meeting, you can play this video, you can play my podcast and say, all right, we're going to use these strategies for the next 2 months so teachers will not quit and throw in the towel. All right. Next thing is that, before I get into my commentary, next thing is that what's been happening to me this week? Well, a lot of things. First, I want to say I was at Spirit Creek Middle School in Augusta, Georgia on Thursday with Principal Kim Rouse, and I spent the whole day with them. In the morning, I did a 1 hour before the kids came, professional development. And man, listen, we had a good time. The theme of the professional development, what we did for 1 hour, was the best is yet to come. And I'm gonna say this again, and hopefully I got some of my the staff from Spirit Creek Middle School. I told you I was going to shout you out at my podcast. The best is yet to come. So I was there in the morning from 8 to 9. I did a session with the staff members in the room, and we talked. We got at it, and then from 9 to 2:30, I spent the whole day with the principal and leadership team going into classrooms, looking at instruction. And like I said, the best is yet to come for Spirit Creek Middle School. I am telling you that the best is yet to come. I'm excited. So big ups. Thank you very much. Yes. Oh, yes. They're here. Yes. So I just want to say thank you very much. I really loved it. You guys, you know what we talked about. So hats off. Oh, yes. They're in the house. I told you they're in the house. So make sure you give them some love, real purposeful. Principal Ross is in the house. You know how I feel about you. And then next, I was in New York on yesterday. I'm also in today. I did a session yesterday at the OSG Transformational Leadership Conference in New York. Dr. Dennis McKinsey and their staff, they rolled it out. I did a keynote yesterday on how to transform your inner city schools, and it was powerful. I told you, New York, I was going to bring it. I have principals, leadership teams in my session, 50 minutes. And listen, it got to a point where in the middle of my session, I didn't have to look at the notes. I didn't have to look at my PowerPoint. I freestyled. I never did this before. It was about 60 different schools and their principals. I was able, I was able to unpack all 60 of the teachers' data within 5 minutes. You say, how was you able to do that? You should have been there. Once I did that, once I unpacked their data, it was 60 different schools. I say about 50 to 60, each principal. I said, go on this website, look at it, let's unpack it. And then from there, we looked at their district assessment, brought that together. And then after that, we went into what does it look like to become a blue ribbon school. I told you that I was going to bring it. And in New York, it was on fire. So I would like to say thank you very much for attending it. I'm loving the work I'm doing. I couldn't even sleep last night. And then afterwards, we had the afterflow discussion. Principals come to me, Hurt, when you come to my school, I say, hey, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be in New York because New York is hard. So I felt like I was at the Apollo. You'll watch the Apollo and how the Sandman is in the back, and if you don't bring it, they're gonna boo you off. That's how I felt. I was like, okay, I got 5 minutes to convince the folks that I know what I'm doing. So after those 5 minutes, for the next 45 minutes, it was on jam. So thank you very much for everybody that attended my session. I loved it. I had a good time. New York is the bomb, but I'm going back to Detroit tonight. And hey, I'm back at it on Monday. So thank you very much. Once again, I just love myself. I love what we was doing in New York. I love what we were doing in Augusta, Georgia. Thank you very much. So let's go ahead and get in it. Hit that share button. I need everybody. Hit that share button. Hit the share button. Bring somebody. You still got time. Get your notepad out. I'm going to talk about 7 ways. I'm going to give you 7 strategies that you can take with you for the next 2 months so people will not run out of gas. People won't quit. All right. And give me some emojis if this is something that you feel is important. Give me some emojis. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. All right. Let's go and get started. Yes, congratulations. Thank you, Ms. Gaskins. Listen, Ms. Gaskins, I wish you was here at the OSG. I wish everybody on my podcast was here. Ms. Gaskins, you would have loved it. I'm gonna tell you, those are your type of people. And when I say, and I know how you are, you'd have been right at home here. You'd have been right at home. You'd have been right at home. So, all right, let's go and get started. So 7 ways to make sure your teachers do not run out of gas. And the reason why this is important, because we got about 2 months left. We got our state test and it's getting hot. People are coming from spring break, or they're going to spring break. The kids are going to be excited. They're going to be graduating from high school, graduating from 8th grade, graduating from 5th grade. Teachers, they like, hey, we need to make sure that we don't go on E. We're our tank is on E. We got to fill it back up. So how do I fill it back up? So the first thing that we have to do is, as principals, and I'm talking to the school leaders, as principals, we must use the teachers' team time effectively. You must use the teachers' time effectively. Write it down. You got to use the time effectively. Leaders must understand and measure their stamina as a leader, and also your teachers and staff members' stamina as well. You must understand the stamina. Some things that we was doing in September, October, November that did not lead to the results, we might have to let that go. We might have to let that go, because now if I can take some weight off the teachers, that means instead of weighing them down, they have a little bit more stamina. So we have to understand. I have to watch the stamina of the teachers. When I was a principal for 15 plus years, this was the time in March, beginning of April, that I monitored the stamina of the teachers. Okay. I'll monitor the stamina of the teachers. Well, what do you mean by that? I knew that in March, I really pushed my teachers because we had reading month. We're getting ready for the state test. We had Saturday school. So I said, teachers, in March, I'm going to push. We're going to push, because we had to get ready for our state test in April. And then in April, For 3 weeks, we were focused. Remember, physical stamina is not mental stamina is worse than physical stamina. That mental stamina. So that means for 6 or 7 weeks, I knew my teachers was locked in. So after the middle of April, May, that means I kind of pushed back a little bit because honestly, everything was completed. We took our state test, we took our district test. So now I can kind of pull it back some as a leader. And we were still teaching, but it was more of a calmer, less stressful environment. I monitored the stamina of the teachers. Also, a nugget that I'm going to give to you. This is a nugget. Principles. This is a nugget. Whenever I would have a after-school program, I will always have it on Thursday at 6 o'clock. Well, Herb, why would you have it on Thursday at 6 o'clock? I told you I'm giving you nuggets. Why would you have it on Thursday at 6 o'clock? Because my teachers had to stay late, right? So we would stay late. And then I knew on Friday, we had one day at work and we could kind of just get through Friday. But a lot of my schoolmates, a lot of my principals, they would have it on Tuesday or Wednesday. Why would you have something on a Tuesday or a Monday or a Wednesday? And then now the teachers are staying late and now they got 2 more work days to get through. So I knew my teachers, I'd be like, hey, we can suck it up one day. Yeah, let's suck it up one day. Friday, we go home for the weekend. But why would you have it on Tuesday knowing that now they're tired? So now you're not going to be able to get 100% on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday because they stayed an extra 2 or 3 hours after school on Monday or Tuesday. Staff meetings, but after school programming, if you can, should be Thursday at 6 o'clock. Why 6 o'clock? Because if you want parents to come, if you want a good turnout, parents get off work at 5:30, maybe 6. So now they can go from work and come to the school and attend whatever you're going to have. Thursday at 6 o'clock is always good to have whatever program that you're going to have. Remember, how are you using the time efficiently and monitoring stamina? Ms. Taylor Williams said, good point. Yes, it just makes sense, doesn't it? Doesn't it make sense, Ms. Williams? If I'm going to have people stay late for you have to have the programming. That's something that you're going to have. The graduation, you name it, whatever. Have it on Thursday at 6. So on Friday, I was dragging in, but I knew, all right, one day, let me suck it up because my gas tank going to be on E at about 12:30, 2 o'clock. It's going to be on E because I worked an extra 3 hours the night before. Why do that? I'm giving you tips to transform your school so teachers won't throw in the towel and quit because they are tired of schools not being ran effectively. Teachers will be throwing in the towel in March and April. That's when they just tired. I'm done. We cannot have that. All right. Next one. Number 2, stay with me, everybody. Stay with me. Hit that share button. Let me know this is sounding good. The next one. Know when to say no. Know when to say no. You do not have to pursue every good idea. Yes, it is a good idea, but during this month, during this time, my teachers have too much on their plate. Yes, it is a good idea to have this initiative. I'm not saying it's not a good idea to start a PTO. I'm not saying it's not a good idea to be able to have something after school on Mondays and Wednesdays. That is a good idea. But based on everything else on my teacher's plate, we might have to wait till next year to do it because we're focusing on these 3 things. And I don't want to add another thing to my teacher's plate. Know when to say no. Write it down. Know when to say no. It doesn't make you a bad person. It doesn't make the idea bad, but you have to know when to say no. It is too much on my teacher's plate. And instead of adding more to the plate, I need to be taking things off the plate. Instead of adding more to the plate, I need to take things off the plate. Because if I put more things on the plate, My teachers will get frustrated, they will get mad, and they will resent me, and they will walk out the door. Now, they might not quit, but they will turn it off and just go through the motions for the next 2 to 3 months. And then they'll say, next year, I do not want to come back to the building. They will ask for a transfer or they'll walk out completely. Know when to say no. These are strategies that I use to make sure my teachers are not running out of gas in April. You still got 2 months. All right? Yeah, I'm gonna stop right there. Teacher will surely appreciate your consideration of their time. Yes, Miss Melissa Juno. Yes, you are definitely correct. Ms. James said, especially to every new program. Take it from me. That's what I talked about yesterday in New York. I'm talking to principals. I'm talking to leaders. How do we really transform schools? How do we really make these schools good? What are some of the things that we can get teachers better on so teachers won't quit? We talked about where's the towel? I got my towel right here. I cannot throw in the towel. When you throw in the towel, that means you quit. I know you probably can't see it, but we cannot throw in the towel. We cannot throw in the towel. The next one. Rethink your meetings. I know September, October, November, we were having meetings after meetings after meetings. But now we in March. We about to get ready for test taking. You should have meetings, but it should have substance to it. Don't meet just to meet. Why am I meeting? People will get tired of that. Time, you must manage that time. Use your meeting time effectively. Have the meeting short, to the point, with substance. Write it down. Short, to the point, with substance. Rethink it. Why are you meeting 4 times a week? Cut that thing down to 2 or 1. Add about another 5 minutes to that one meeting that you have and get with the program. Short, substance with purpose. Now you're going to give back about 45, 50 minutes to an hour of the teacher's time. Now you're putting gas back into the gas tank. So instead of it being on E, now it's in the middle. Oh, you putting gas in the gas tank. Now it's in the middle because you gave them an hour of their time. And you know good and well that teachers, if you give them back their time, that it will make them, just for them to just sit in their room and just relax. Make them that they can go in there and drink some water like this, be able just to think about things. But man, when we got meetings and I got to go to another meeting to discuss this. We should have discussed this in September, October. Strategies for classroom management, how to improve behavior in the school. Well, that should have been done in September. Why are we waiting to the finish line to try to bring strategy? We should have had these things put in place, ready to go in September. But proper preparation prevents poor performance. I'm gonna say this again: proper preparation prevents poor performance. So if we didn't prepare in August and September, now we want to prepare in March, April. It's too late. We didn't let the school run amok for 6 or 7 months. We got 2 more months to go. Makes no sense. You say, Hurt, man, you out there, yes, this is what, how do we prevent teachers from quitting and running out of gas? How do we prevent this? Yes. Oh man, these comments are coming in. Yes, one person, Mr. Gian, our principals always consider of our time as teachers and puts in 12 to 14-hour days. That demands respect. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So that is very important. Next one. You must listen to your staff. You must listen to your staff. When you listen to your staff, then you will know how much stamina that they have. Not to listen just to be like, oh, I'm listening, but listen with intentions to have understanding. Listen for understanding. Listening to your staff for understanding. I'm going to say this again. Listening to your staff for understanding. When I listen to my staff for understanding, then I can measure how much stamina that they have. Once I start listening, then now I can put things in place that will benefit the teachers and the staff. If I listen, if I'm like, dang, I'm noticing that 85% of my teachers' gas tank is on E, I have to do something as the leader to at least get it halfway filled. I have to do something. But if I'm not listening and I'm talking and I'm just doing what I usually do, then consequently, I'm not even aware that the teachers are frustrated, they're mad, and 2 or 3 teachers already walk out the door because they don't have, I'm not even listening. I'm oblivious to what's taking place. You cannot be oblivious to what is taking place. Listen to your staff for understanding. Yep. Miss Joy says the district doesn't respect my principal's time, so it's a trickle down effect. Yeah. That does not support the school. You cannot run a school like that. It cannot. That's why we have so many schools that are not performing to the highest potential because of things of that nature. Oh my God, I have one more. You know what? Oh my, I'm gonna stop right there because I want to be respectful of time. It is 10:12. I still got so much stuff to do. So this is what we're going to do. Okay, I'm gonna do a part 2 next week, right? But if you really, really enjoy what you heard, please send the comments. Also, with that, everybody, please make sure, hold on for a second so we can know, please make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube page. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube page, okay? And the second is that if you would like for me to come out, people are inboxing me. I'm getting booked for all next year. I'm only taking 2 more schools. If you'd like for me to come out and work with your school, your principal, your leadership team, inbox me. We'll set up a virtual meeting and we'll go from there. So I want to say thank you very much. Give me some love. Give me some emojis. Subscribe to my YouTube page. Tell a friend about me. And let's remember that I want you to become the school that you always wanted to become. And if no one have told you this week that they love you, Sean Hurt is telling you, I'm telling you this, I love you. I'm praying for you. I thank you for taking your time out of your day to listen to me. And let's have a good and blessed week. Thank you very much. And let's tell a friend, bring a friend, part 2 next week.